Hello, my name is Joe Richter. I'm a real estate broker and an associate broker with Keller Realty. I'm licensed in California and Oregon. I prepare monthly reports that look at the market trends in 14 communities from Newport to Woodbridge through Irvine and Trabuco Canyon. These reports can be accessed on our website at joe-richter.com under a navigation link named Market Trends Monthly Update. Each report takes a focused look at a specific community or neighborhood. The goals are to establish and monitor home values, to define the market type as either a seller or buyer, and to set reasonable expectation for days on market. You will see we put a lot of data into our proprietary statistical models to prepare and present this report. You can also access the public-facing information off the MLS at joe-richter.com under the navigation link Predefined Community Listings. This report focuses on Portola Hills, the single-family homes from 1,500 to 4,200 square feet. It covers the period from January 1st through June 30th, 2020. The monthly headline is, New listings are in normal seasonal territory. Contracts written have the best June of the past 5 years. Portola Hills had no new listings in April, as shown in the blue line in the chart. It bounced back into normal territory in May and maintained that position in June. Contracts written soared in June to their best month, their best June in 5 years. Portola Hills is currently a seller's market with 1.2 months of inventory. Chapman University defines a buyer's market in Southern California as being 3.5 months or more of inventory. Inventory remains quite low, 41% below 2019 levels, but 2019 was a very strong year. Portola Hills is roughly 12% below the average for the prior 5 years, a much better perspective. Monitoring the active listings provides insight into trends that may be developing that impact home values and inventory levels. There are 4 active listings. There were 7 in our last report. There were 11 new listings over the past 90 days. 4 of those homes are still on the market. There were 4 new listings during the prior 30 days. Next, we will be discussing the 3 essential steps in selling and buying. They are: new listings reflect a willing seller, contracts written reflect a willing buyer, and closing is the execution of the legal and technical aspects of the purchase contract by the buyer with lender cooperation. Compared to 2019, new listings are down 15%, contracts written are up 16%, and closings are up 14%. Rather strong. As noted earlier, new listings are down 15% compared to 2019, but 2019 was 50% stronger than any of the other prior 5 years, as seen in the green column and green line. 2020 is actually ahead of 2015 through 2018, each for the same period. The Portola Hills single-family home market had what could be considered strong numbers, with 7 new listings in May and a normal June with 4 new listings. Overall, a very positive market. Contracts written are running 16% above the same period for 2019. They were down 7% in our last report. With 8 new contracts, June was an exceptional month, the best June of the last 5 years. Closed sales are ahead of 2019 by 14% for the same period. closings have been consistent and strong all year. Home values are understandably the most important subject sellers want to discuss during listing consultations. The Portola Hills single-family homes over 1,500 square feet are up a slight 0.4% compared to 2019. The average current list price for the active listings is $920,000. The range of price for the active listings is from $779,000 to $1,099,000. Recent closings are used as a primary key metric to determine pricing in appraisals and CMAs. Depending upon the amount of information available, a look-back period of 90 to 180 days is typically used to obtain sufficient data to make the appraisal estimate. We always use 90 days because our markets are robust with plenty of transactions, and the shorter period reduces the distortion seasonality has on the data. For instance, looking back 6 months now would mean we would have December 2019 and January 2020 data in our assumptions. Totally irrelevant information to today's market. In the last 90 days, 7 homes have closed. 1 home closed below revised list price. 6 homes closed at revised list price. No homes closed above revised list price. Days on market is the time from activating a listing on the MLS to getting an offer accepted and a purchase contract signed. As listing brokers, we always advise in normal market conditions the DOM should be 30 to 45 days and suggest pricing accordingly. The DOM for all active listings is 21 days now. It was 44 days in our last report. To be clear, the drop in DOM is not related to a faster sales pace. It's directly attributable to a surge in new listings that have only been on the market less than 1 month. The months of supply metric is the final determining factor in defining a market type as either a seller's market or a buyer's market. Defined by dividing the average number of homes sold per month over the past 12 months into the number of homes on the market. Chapman University defines a buyer's market here in Southern California as being 3.5 months or more of inventory. The current inventory level in Portola Hills is 1.2 months, making Portola Hills a seller's market. To aid in forecasting market shifts, we monitor trends of 3 measurements of inventory. The 90-day trends will give us a sense of a surge in new listings or contracts written. 90-day inventory dropped by 50%. Year-over-year inventory helps measure how steady, dependable, or reliable a market is. Year-over-year inventory is down 40%. Monitoring the month-by-month comparison lets us check for abnormalities in seasonal trends. May 2020 compared to May 2019 is down 60%. This is a map of the data used in these reports. We get the data used in these reports direct from the MLS. We have a set of 32 saved searches, so we are always comparing month by month the same data set. We put the raw data into our proprietary statistical models. No one else has this presentation. Because we have the saved searches, we have used the information to prepare a web page for each community as a page on our website. This allows you to see the public-facing information discussed in our reports. You can look at your neighborhood and the others that we report on monthly. These are the thumbnails of each listing as shown on the map that provide brief detail on each listing. To see the full detail, click on any of the thumbnails and you will see all the public information. You can find this information on our website at joe-richter.com under the navigation link Predefined Community Listings. This is a table that shows all the current active listings in the community. And this is a table that shows everything that is closed so far this year. Here is the last bit of detail. This chart shows the value range of the closings. The red dot represents the close price. The blue dot represents the original list price of the same transaction. Notice most of the blue dots are above the red dots, indicating a price reduction. This would have occurred during listing to make the offering more attractive, or during contract negotiation. However, there are usually several blue dots below the red dots which show a price increase, indicating a properly priced, properly marketed, properly presented home. Buyers and economic conditions set market value. I think in conclusion we can certainly say the Portola Hills market is very strong, as is all the other communities we prepare these reports for. In closing, we would like to say thank you for listening. We have tried to make this a high-level explanation of how the market is evolving, the view from 40,000 feet, so to speak. If you have questions or would like to discuss the market in more detail, we are here to help. If you have questions about forbearance or prices or DOM, anything at all, please contact me. The team I work with would love to be of service. Again, thank you very much.